If you're looking at buying a business, you may have been wondering or asked yourself, is the business you're looking at secretly worth more than what the asking price is? Many businesses appear ordinary on the surface, but under the hood, they can be hiding some major value that most buyers miss. Stick around and I'll show you exactly how to identify these undervalued opportunities so that you can make a smarter business deal decision and maximize your own return. Hi, my name's Trent Lee. I've sold over 600 businesses, and for the last 5 years in a row, I've been named the #1 business broker in the country for the most closed transactions per year. And I make these videos so that one day, whether you're looking at buying or selling a video, you'll reach out to me so I can help you walk you through that process. Okay, so here's the first thing to look for: under-optimized owner's salary, or SDE calculations. One of the easiest ways to spot an undervalued opportunity is by reviewing the seller's discretionary earnings, or what you'll see often called online SDE. Some owners overpay themselves and run personal expenses through the business, making the profit appear smaller so they can pay less taxes. That's pretty normal. Most of them do that. Let me give you an example. A business showing $400,000 in net income might have $120,000 in owner salary and $30,000 in personal expenses. Adjusting for these expenses, the true SDE is really $190,000. If the market average multiple for this type of a business is 3, then the business should be worth $570,000. But if the business is listed at, let's say, in this example, what I saw online, $450,000, it's been undervalued because the listing broker or the seller didn't know how to properly calculate SDE and didn't adjust for the add backs or recast the financials properly. For that business that I saw listed online, it's literally $120,000 undervalued, simply because they didn't know how to properly recast the financials. Okay, next option, inefficient operations or systems. Some businesses aren't reaching their potential due to outdated processes or lack of marketing. This is an opportunity to unlock value. I'll give you another example. If implementing automation saves $25,000 annually, then that's pure profit that can be added to SDE. With a 3x multiple, the operations became more efficient by $25,000, but you added $75,000 in valuation right after closing when you took over. That's built-in equity that you can recapture and thus create the business, making it undervalued because you can immediately increase the value post-closing. That's a real-life example from a document shredding business that we closed on that was run well but very outdated. The owner came in and made significant improvements, making a bottom line improvement to their profitability, thus increasing the valuation. Next, let's talk about limited market awareness or poor branding. Businesses with a weak online presence or poor branding may have great products but fail to reach their full audience. Here's another example. A cafe making $300,000 a year from walk-ins can add delivery services like DoorDash and Uber Eats. A 20% revenue increase equals $60,000 directly, raising the SDE and the valuation. These overlooked growth opportunities can turn into decent businesses and great investments. And that was literally from yesterday, a real-life example from yesterday at a Mexican cafe, Mexican restaurant that had been there, has a loyal customer base, but had no third-party delivery systems. The buyer who's submitting his offer today is immediately, because he has a second restaurant, knows what sort of an impact the third-party delivery options can make and how much value is going to be unlocked once they open that. Next, let's talk about inconsistent or seasonal cash flow. Seasonal businesses often appear risky, but understanding seasonality can unlock hidden value. Again, I'll give you another example. A landscape business making $400,000 mostly in the summer might seem unstable because the area that they were in, there's not a lot of landscaping outside of that season. But smoothing cash flow with financing or off-season services can create consistency. Buying such a business at a discount and optimizing the cash flow by adding seasonal services such as snow removal and other services can create a better, more profitable, and a stable business. The seller just never got around to it. He was comfortable with where he was at, but a buyer can come in and start unlocking those additional services, smoothing out revenue and making the business more profitable, thus more valuable. Next is an absence of a good business broker in the transaction. Businesses are often sold without brokers, and they often have pricing errors. Many sellers don't know how to calculate SDE, how to calculate EBITDA, and they don't know what market multiples are. So they can be listed significantly higher or lower than what the true valuation is. So be careful that they're not overpriced, but you can find plenty that are undervalued. Here's a pro tip for you. Use the NAICS code and the transaction database to determine what is a fair market multiple based on that industry. The NAICS code will specify what industry the business is in. If similar businesses sell for 4 times SDE, but the owner is asking for 2.5 times, you found a hidden opportunity. Working with a professional appraiser or business broker that has access to validate these numbers can help you determine to make sure that the valuation that you think you're paying for is a good deal and you're buying a business undervalued. So if you're looking at buying a business, whatever you do, make sure you hire a professional team to walk you through that. That includes a business broker, maybe a business appraiser, CPAs that can help you through the due diligence process, escrow or attorneys that can help you through the closing process. Put together a professional team that can help you each step of the way to ensure that you find yourself a business that you can grow and unlock future potential and equity so that it becomes a benefit to you from a cash flow positive standpoint for however long you run and operate that business. But as you grow it and unlock potential, that business will increase in valuation so that when you sell it, you can recapture a lot of that equity and that built-in hidden value that you captured when you bought it.